Have you ever wondered why the kinder you become, the less respect you seem to receive? Why are the people who always say yes so often taken for granted, while those who know how to say no are admired, valued, and rarely crossed? Perhaps you've spent years putting others first, avoiding conflict, forgiving too easily, and sacrificing your own peace just to keep everyone happy. Yet somehow, you became the one people overlooked, the one they called when they needed something, the one whose kindness slowly turned into an expectation instead of a gift. The Stoics warned about this nearly 2,000 years ago. They believed that kindness without wisdom becomes weakness in the eyes of those who only value what they cannot easily possess. Hello everyone, welcome to the Stoic Hypnosis channel. In this video, you will discover 7 timeless Stoic lessons that will help you stop being too nice, not by becoming cold or selfish, but by becoming someone whose kindness is guided by strength, self-respect, and quiet confidence. Stay until the final lesson, because it may reveal the one habit that has been silently costing you respect your entire life. Now, let's get started. Number 1. Stop saying yes when your heart says no. One of the greatest mistakes kind people make is believing that saying yes makes them lovable. At first, it feels harmless. You agree to one favor, then another. Soon, you begin sacrificing your own time, your energy, and even your peace just to avoid disappointing someone else. The Stoics understood a simple truth. Every unnecessary yes is often a quiet no to yourself. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that his time belonged to virtue, not to the endless expectations of other people. The same is true for you. When people realize you never set limits, they slowly stop seeing your generosity as a choice. They begin treating it as an obligation. Respect disappears the moment your boundaries disappear. Learning to say no is not an act of selfishness. It is an act of honesty. It tells the world that your kindness has value because it is freely given, not endlessly available. The people who truly respect you will understand your boundaries. The ones who become angry were often benefiting from the fact that you never had any. Remember this. A person who cannot say no is not kind. He is simply afraid of losing acceptance, and fear has never been the foundation of genuine respect. Number 2. Stop explaining every decision you make. Have you noticed how some people seem completely at peace with their choices? They do not argue. They do not defend themselves. They do not spend hours trying to convince everyone that they made the right decision. They simply decide and move forward. The Stoics believed that confidence is often revealed through silence rather than explanation. When you constantly justify your actions, you unintentionally communicate that you need permission to live your own life. That is why people begin questioning every choice you make, not because your decisions are wrong, but because your uncertainty invites their judgment. You do not owe everyone an explanation for protecting your peace. You do not need to defend your priorities. You do not have to apologize for choosing yourself after years of choosing everyone else. Quiet confidence is powerful because it comes from inner conviction, not external approval. The more secure you become within yourself, the less energy you waste trying to convince others to understand you. Ironically, that is when people begin respecting your decisions far more than when you desperately tried to explain them. Sometimes, the strongest answer is not another argument. It is a calm life that speaks for itself. Before we continue, take a quiet moment and ask yourself this. How many times have you said yes when you desperately wanted to say no? If this message speaks to your own journey, type respect in the comments below. Sometimes, one word is enough to remind yourself that your kindness should never come at the cost of your self-respect. And if you're enjoying these timeless Stoic lessons, consider subscribing to the channel. Every week, we explore practical wisdom that helps you build stronger character, greater emotional resilience, and a life guided by purpose rather than the opinions of others. Now, let's continue. Because the next lesson reveals a habit so common that millions of genuinely kind people practice it every day without realizing it, quietly teaches others to value them less. Number 3. Stop rewarding. Disrespect with more kindness. Many kind-hearted people make one silent mistake that slowly destroys the way others see them. Whenever someone hurts them, they become even kinder. They tolerate another insult. They forgive another broken promise. They make another excuse. They believe that if they just love harder, give more, or stay patient a little longer, people will finally appreciate them. But life rarely works that way. The Stoics understood that compassion without discernment becomes self-neglect. Not everyone deserves unlimited access to your time, your energy, or your forgiveness. Some people do not interpret endless kindness as love. They interpret it as permission to disappoint you again, permission to ignore your needs, permission to cross another boundary without consequence. Real kindness is not allowing harmful behavior to continue. Sometimes, the most compassionate thing you can do for yourself and even for the other person is to let them experience the consequences of their choices. Walking away from repeated disrespect is not revenge. It is self-respect. Because every time you protect your dignity, you quietly teach others how they are allowed to treat you. And that lesson is far more powerful than any argument you could ever make. Number 4. Stop making yourself smaller to make others comfortable. There is a habit so subtle that most people never notice it. They laugh less because someone might feel intimidated. They hide their success because they do not want others to feel insecure. They stay silent even when they have something valuable to say. Little by little, they begin shrinking themselves, not out of humility, but out of fear. The Stoics never believed humility meant pretending to be less than you are. True humility is knowing your worth without needing to announce it. It is standing tall without standing above anyone else. When you constantly make yourself smaller, people do not admire your modesty. Many simply assume you have little to offer. Over time, they stop asking for your opinion. They overlook your abilities. And eventually, they begin treating you exactly the way you have taught them to. You were never meant to dim your light so that others could remain comfortable in the dark. Your confidence is not arrogance. Your voice is not a burden. Your success is not something you need to apologize for. The people who truly belong in your life will never be threatened by your growth. They will celebrate it. And those who cannot celebrate it may simply reveal that they were attached to the smaller version of you, not the person you were always capable of becoming. Number 5. Stop trying to be liked by everyone. One of the heaviest burdens you can carry is the need to be liked by everyone. It seems harmless at first. You avoid difficult conversations. You hide your real opinions. You constantly adjust your personality, depending on who is standing in front of you. Little by little, you stop asking, "Is this true to who I am?" Instead, you begin asking, will they approve of me? The Stoics warned that the moment you make public approval your compass, you surrender control of your own life. No matter how kind, generous, or patient you become, someone will misunderstand you. Someone will criticize you. Someone simply will not like you. And that is perfectly normal. The problem is not their opinion. The problem begins when you abandon yourself trying to change it. A person with self-respect accepts that being respected is far more valuable than being universally liked. Respect grows from consistency. Approval changes with emotion. So stop chasing applause from people who barely know your story. The right people will not ask you to become someone else just to earn a place in their lives. They will value you because you had the courage to remain yourself. Number 6, master the strength of calm detachment. Many people believe strength is measured by how loudly you defend yourself. The Stoics believed something entirely different. Real strength is revealed by what no longer has the power to disturb your peace. Not every criticism deserves a response. Not every insult deserves your attention. Not every disagreement deserves your energy. When you react to everything, you allow everyone else to control your emotional state. But when you learn to pause, to breathe, to observe, instead of immediately reacting, you reclaim that control. Calm detachment does not mean becoming cold or emotionless. It means refusing to let someone else's behavior determine your inner world. Some people will test your patience simply to see if they can provoke you. Do not give them that satisfaction. Silence is often stronger than retaliation. Distance is often wiser than confrontation. The calmer you become, the more difficult you are to manipulate, and people naturally respect those whose emotions cannot be easily controlled by others, because true power has never been about controlling people. It has always been about controlling yourself. Number 7, respect yourself first, and the world will follow. At the heart of every Stoic teaching lies one simple truth. The way you treat yourself teaches the world how to treat you. If you constantly ignore your own needs, others will learn to ignore them too. If you tolerate disrespect again and again, others will assume you always will. If you believe your time, your energy, and your peace are not valuable, why should anyone else believe they are? Everything begins with the relationship you have with yourself. Self-respect is not arrogance. It is the quiet decision to stop abandoning yourself for the comfort of others. It is choosing honesty over people-pleasing, boundaries over guilt, peace over endless approval. Ironically, this is the moment your relationships begin to change. Some people will leave because they benefited from the old version of you. Let them. Others will begin treating you with a level of respect they never showed before, not because you became harsher, not because you became less kind, but because your kindness is no longer rooted in fear. It is rooted in strength. And there is nothing more powerful than a person who has learned this final Stoic lesson. You do not earn respect by giving away yourself. You earn it by refusing to lose yourself in the first place. Conclusion. In the end, Stoicism does not teach you to become less kind. It teaches you to become wise enough to know where your kindness belongs. The deepest lesson is this: kindness without self-respect invites exploitation, but kindness guided by courage, boundaries, and inner strength earns lasting respect. Starting today, practice one simple habit: pause before saying yes protect your peace, and remember that honoring yourself is never selfish. It is the foundation of every healthy relationship you'll ever build. If this video gave you a new perspective, please subscribe to the channel and become part of our growing Stoic community. Your support inspires us to continue creating thoughtful videos that help you build stronger character, calmer emotions, and a more meaningful life. Thank you for taking the time to watch until the end of the video. See you in the next videos.